Hi guys, Beyblade here, and I'm kicking off a brand new series where I make a top 10 video every Wednesday. So for the first couple of weeks I decided that I would be counting down my top 10s of each specific type. And I thought what better way to start the series than going over my personal favorite types, attack types. So this is my list of the top 10 attack types in Beyblade Burst. Now, before we start, I should have you know that this video is completely my opinion and should not be taken as fact. I'm just doing this for fun. And in this list, I'm only using original stock combos, which means no recolors and no custom combos. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. At number 10, I have Victory Valkyrie Boost Variable. So, Victory Valkyrie is a very good attack layer. It's got the 3 large contact points that are good for dealing a lot of damage, and I really like the design. But it has really bad stamina, the disc really has no function. I hate the driver, I'll go into that more in detail in a minute, and the worst part is the large blue contact points on the outside have a tendency to break, which is really bad. So what I mean by I hate the driver, if you don't know, the driver is variable. It's got a whole bunch of little rubber spikes, I guess, sticking out of it, that as you battle with it, they wear down and break off, changing the performance. That's why I don't like it. Why would you buy it when you're literally gonna have it break on purpose? I don't understand. So yeah, that's what put this all the way up at number 10. So, next, at number 9 is Xeno Excalibur Magnum Impact. It has very strong attack power, another very good design, and at the tip of the sword, if it hits that just right, it's usually a one-hit knockout. Plus, it also has a lot of speed. But, on the other hand, it has really bad stamina. The impact driver is mostly rubber. So, and it's very easy for it to self-destruct. Meaning, basically, it gets going around the stadium so fast that it just throws itself out. It's also really lightweight, which makes it easy to knock around, because the Magnum disc doesn't have as much metal as a normal disc because of the large plastic part. So, that's what puts Xeno Excalibur all the way at number 9. Let's move on. Number 8, Obelisk Odin, Triple Extreme. So, like Xeno Excalibur, it's got really good attack power and is high speed. Plus, I really like the design for Obelisk Odin. Very detailed. The only con I can find with this bay is that its stamina sucks. Like most of the attack types on this upper portion of the list. The Extreme Driver is really good. It's got a lot of attack power, a lot of speed. It just has no stamina. That's really it for Obelisk Odin. Moving on. Number 7 is Amaterios Aero Assault. Now we finally get out of the low stamina bays. So this bay has an average attack type stamina. I really love the design. It kind of sucks that it's a singular layer. And it's got unique parts, Aero and Assault. Both really interesting. The only con is it's really hard to get. There are a couple of different versions, but none of them are easy to get. You can't just buy buy a booster for it or a starter. I think when it first came out, it was exclusive to CoroCoro magazine. But that puts Armaterios at number 7. Next. Number 6, Decipher Ovalocell. So the pros, it has very high attack power and medium stamina. I don't like the design. Sorry. I think it does not have enough stamina. Or, not enough stamina. I mean, enough detail. And it's just kind of meh. Like most of the singular layers, in my opinion. And another bad thing about this is you can't use this layer in tournaments because it is banned in all WBBA tournaments. So, yeah. But that puts Decipher at number 6. Now we get into the top 5. At number 5, we have Twin Nemesis. It's really good because it is a God layer base, so its gimmick is you can switch it from either an upper attack to a smash attack, which is pretty awesome. Honestly, I prefer to use it in upper attack, just because I think that does the most damage. And smash attack seems to really wear out the stamina. And I love the design of this bay. It's really actually pretty simple, but for some reason I just really like it. The only con is, the only way to get this layer is through the random layer series. You can't even buy it as a whole bay. So if that wasn't the case, it might be a little further down the list. But because of that, I put it at number 5. Moving on to number 4, we have God Valkyrie 6 Vortex Reboot. So it's got a really good design, meh stamina, and the gimmick works really well and nice and smooth. Speaking of the gimmick is also a bad thing for this bay because the gimmick kind of works against it. So the bound layer, as it's called, actually tends to absorb its own attack power. So it makes it to where it doesn't deal as much damage on impact. Then again, you can just fix that problem by putting a Strike God chip on it. And then the reboot driver. It's better than Final Drive, but it still kills the stamina when it kicks in. And that is why God Valkyrie is at number 4. Now let's get into the top 3, with number 3 being Dark Decipher Force Jaggy. Dark Decipher is an amazing layer with very strong attack power. Again, average stamina for an attack type. And this time I actually really like the design. Killer Decipher is not on this list. You should know that. Again, it is banned in all WBBA tournaments. That's really the only con I could find about it. So, yeah. And that is why it is at number 3. Okay, number 2. I'm sure you're a little surprised. I am guessing most of you expected this to be number 1. But I put it at number 2. It's Los Longinus 9 Spiral. It has outstanding attack power. It is, like, incredible. It's left spin, there's metal on the layer, and it's got, again, about average attack type stamina. Only con is it's prone to self-destructing. Just like Xeno Excalibur, it goes around the stadium so quickly it just throws itself out. So, that is what put Los Longinus at number 2. Now, before I get on to number 1, I do have an honorable mention. That being Nightmare Longinus Destroy. Now, I don't feel that Nightmare Longinus has been out long enough as of the time of making this video for me to actually make a decision on where it goes. But it's such a good bay that I still wanted it to be on the list somewhere. So, put it in the honorable mentions. Now, let's see my number one pick for the best attack type in Beyblade Burst. And that is Sieg Excalibur 1 Iron. I believe that Sieg Excalibur is the best attack type. It has outstanding attack power, it has that huge metal sword going through it, which can be a one-hit kill. It has good stamina. The Iron Driver is actually really good on stamina. The design is amazing, and it gets quite a bit of speed, which can help with the one-hit kill. The only bad thing about it is in its stock combo, it is not compatible with the digital sword launcher, which is kind of dumb, seeing as how the picture on the box of the red digital sword launcher shows Sieg Excalibur. I just don't understand. Why would they make this, specifically designed for Sieg Excalibur, not work with Sieg Excalibur? But, other than that, this bay has no flaws. It's amazing. The design is awesome. I love the stickers and everything. The gimmick, well, not really much of a gimmick, pretty much the same as Los Longinus, is incredibly powerful. And that is what put Sieg Excalibur at number 1 on my list. Now, before I go, I would like to thank you for watching and ask you to please don't forget to like the video, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel. Also, please leave in the description, in the comments below, please leave your suggestions for future top 10s. I always make sure to read the comments. I'm also open to constructive criticism. With that, I bid you adieu.